Welcome to Focus Today. Always a delight to have Nisha Jackson in the house. She heads up Ventana Wellness, and when she's around, the phones ring. People get real healthy like that. And today we're going to flush the liver.
Yes.
Really?
We are.
How important is this?
You know, I think it's interesting that you said at the break, or going to the break, carrot juice and apples. Yeah. I think you said carrot juice and apples or something like that. Lemonade, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those are two great things for the liver. So we're going to come back to that because you must have known what to say. Well,
no, I have been dealing with friends who have cancer.
Yes.
And I realize how important liver is.
The liver is so important. It's probably the most important organ. And I thought about, what I should talk to everyone about today. And I thought spring cleaning the liver really is it should be the subject we should talk about frequently.
Really?
Because it's probably the most overburdened organ that we have.
Really?
It really has a huge job to do, and about 20% of all of our blood at any given time is directed towards the liver. It's a lot of our blood, right?
Right.
So many functions take place in the liver, and anytime that I see somebody in the office where I see their hormones are not quite right, it always comes back to hormones, right?
Hormones and water.
Yeah, hormones, water, and food. So whenever I see something not right, somebody's gaining fat too rapidly, their cholesterol's going up, they have a lot of body pain, they're feeling very tired, they can't lose weight or they can't lose body fat, I always think liver. Because liver is one of the organs that helps detoxify all of the toxins we come in contact with every day.
Yeah.
And that's a lot if you think about it.
Yeah,
the fumes that we inhale, especially diesel fumes, the foods that we eat, if there's any additives in the foods, artificial colorings, artificial ingredients, all of those things have to be detoxified by the liver. Not to mention if we overeat at any given time, even eating a heavy meal is somewhat of a burden on the liver. The other thing that is a burden on the liver is eating late at night. Many people eat right up until bedtime, and the problem is that our whole intestinal tract needs time to digest all of the food, and our liver needs time to sort of metabolize and excrete all the toxins from the food that we've eaten, and also to use all the vitamins and minerals from the foods that we've eaten. And if we eat right up until bedtime, the problem is all of the functions during our sleep that help rejuvenate our system and get us ready for the next day's stressors can't really be done because our digestive tract is still working. So a lot of the energy goes towards our digestion and our liver function.
That produces a good question. So how long would you like to see between dinner and going to bed?
3 hours. If you can stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, it would give your liver and your digestive tract time to do its work and not go into the middle of the night to have to do its work, because then you're not performing all of the restorative functions that you need while you're sleeping. And so many people don't think about that. They just kind of snack right up until bedtime. It's kind of maybe it's a stress reliever, or possibly it's a boredom thing that we do where we're just almost unconsciously eating up until bedtime. But it's not good for our next day's energy because we really haven't restored our functions during sleep like we should. So that's one of the things I think is real important with the liver.
Well, by the way, we're going to open up the phone lines in the next segment, so you can talk to Nisha if you want to do that. So jot the number down, 7765368. All right, so how do we go about cleaning the liver?
Yes, well, one of the most simple things that you can do is every morning start out with at least 4 to 6 ounces of warm water with a whole lemon squeezed in it. So it's funny that you said lemonade, but you shouldn't sweeten it. So we can't quite have the lemonade, but we can have lemon water. First thing in the morning, that's really one of the easiest things that you can do to get your liver back on track. It's a wonderful liver detoxifier, lemon is. You can also use lime if you don't like lemon. Anything that's astringent or sour is very good for the liver. So starting your day out with lemon water, warm lemon water is a wonderful thing to do.
I'm jotting this down.
Now, chlorophyll that we actually get from dark green vegetables is actually very good too. So adding more green leafy vegetables to our diet, as many as possible. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts are excellent for the liver. You don't like Brussels sprouts?
No.
I actually really like Brussels sprouts. I'm not really sure why. I didn't growing up, but I've learned to like them.
I guess it has how you prepare them.
Yes.
But if you prepare them the way that I would eat them, it would be totally in violation of what you're talking about.
Okay, breaded and deep fried is not a good idea.
Okay.
Carrots, anything colorful is excellent for the liver. The liver has 500 functions. 500 functions. Think about that. One organ has 500 functions in the body.
Wow.
So it requires a lot of vitamins and minerals in optimal levels in order to function the way that it should. So even if we have nutrient or vitamin deficiencies, our liver's not going to work very well. So one of the simple things that you can do is really get more vitamin and minerals into your diet. You can do that through your food or adding more supplementation to your daily regime. So
let me ask you this. No, we're going to flush the liver, but if we're not augmenting that with a good diet during this time, are we just offsetting things?
yes. So you do need to clean up your diet, and that's something that works for every organ in the body, whether we're talking about the brain balance or we're talking about the gut balance. Cleaning up your diet is essential, and so many people are eating on the run and not really very conscious about what they're eating. And it honestly, Perry, it always comes back to the exact same thing, and that is foods from the ground, foods that walk around, foods from the sea, nuts and seeds. It's just the same story. It's whole foods.
Okay.
It's foods the way we were meant to eat and not a bunch of packaged foods, because it's really burdening the liver, and people are getting what we call fatty liver. And fatty liver is when your liver becomes very sluggish and it doesn't perform the functions of detoxification that it should. So just imagine this visual here. So you're eating foods that are that are not whole foods. They're packaged, they're processed, they have additives, they have preservatives. And so the liver over time, and this does not get better as we age, it gets worse, right? So as we age and our hormones begin to change and our liver becomes more sluggish, what happens is that we get an excessive buildup of hormones in our body that we don't need. So we get, men and women both get we call them xenohormones. They're the type of estrogen in our body that's not good for us. Oh. And it's excessive buildup from the plastics and other toxins pesticides and herbicides that we come in contact with. And we get this excessive buildup, and then it's stored in our fat cells. But it's the liver's job to try to detoxify all of those toxins. And if it doesn't do it, the toxins find a place in your body to be stored. Well, our fat cells are a good place for all of these toxins to be stored. So imagine after a while the circulation of all of these toxins in our body. And honestly, Perry, it's no wonder why people don't become sick. I mean, it shouldn't be a wonder, right? People become sick, people develop cancer or other type of autoimmune illnesses like arthritis, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. And that really is a function of our system being sick. And you might think, well, I'm exercising regularly, I'm eating 3 meals a day. But if you're not taking care of your liver and you're really not cleaning up your diet, eventually it's just going to happen that you're storing too many toxins in your body.
How do we know we need a liver cleansing? What are the signs of this problem?
Well, they say that one of the signs is chronic pain, fatigue, too much fat around the middle part of your body, which most Americans have today. They can pinch more than 2 inches of fat around the middle part of their body. So
I'm pinching.
We don't need a visual here. So if you can pinch too much fat around the middle part of your body, or if your liver enzymes are starting to escalate on your blood panel, or your cholesterol's going up, because that is one of the functions of the liver, is to manage the cholesterol. The other interesting thing that the liver does that I'm just now really tuning into with my patients is vitamin D, because it is the liver's job, along with our skin, to help absorb and manufacture vitamin D. So we're starting to see more and more people, even though they're taking vitamin D, they're not really absorbing and being able to metabolize the vitamin D. And that's really a sign that the liver's not working well.
Yeah.
So those are just little tips that we see in the office that maybe somebody's not functioning at the highest level. I would say anyone that doesn't have a clean diet, that's not eating a regular amount of fruits and vegetables, colorful foods, or if they're really eating a lot of packaged foods and preservatives and artificial colorings, that you probably need to go on a little bit of a liver cleanse. And one of the things that you can do is get on a supplement. The one that I use personally and I use in the office is called Liver C. And it's a supplement that has several different herbs in it, like dandelion root and milk thistle, higher doses of vitamin C. And I know you're a big proponent of vitamin C.
Right.
That's one of the most wonderful things for the liver, is about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. So these are some of the things that you can start doing to get your liver working well again. But honestly, the diet is probably the biggest thing that you can do, is just cleaning up the diet and giving your liver what it needs.
All right, Nisha's in the house here from Ventana Wellness, and we're going to take your phone calls coming up in the next segment. So if you have any questions along this line, the phone number is 776-5368. How long is a liver cleanse? How long do you do this for?
Well, cleaning up your diet should be a lifelong habit.
Right.
And I always tell people, if, especially my patients and certainly family members, if you can try to eat clean, that would be no packaged foods, no artificial colorings, no preservatives, as organic as possible, 5 days a week. Do whatever you want the other 2 days, because that would be 75% of your week that you're eating clean, and that would be so much better for your liver. So that actually should become a lifelong habit. Now, you could do it every day if you wanted, but some people find it hard to try to be really clean all of the time with their diet, because we do live in America and it's not the cleanest eating place in the world to live, right?
Well.
So eating clean 5 days a week is really helpful. The other thing that I think is a good habit to get into, besides that lemon juice in the morning, the lemon water, is to start having 2 tablespoons of ground up flaxseed a day. Now, what some people do is they actually take the flax seeds and they mix it in with the warm lemon juice, just mix it in. It actually becomes a little bit thickened if you let it sit for a little bit. And I think it's very tasty. But the ground flax seeds actually bind up the excessive hormones in your body and help your body excrete them. So it's also another form of a liver tonic to have the ground up flax seed.
So you get the flax seeds, you put them in your coffee grinder?
Yes, exactly. Grind them up, or you can buy organic ground up flaxseed. You just can't leave it in your refrigerator for more than 1 month.
All right.
So.
We'll be right back. Nisha's with us. If you want to give her a question, 776-5368. We'll be right back. All right, Nisha's in the house. You can tell the phones are lit up. And by the way, VentanaWellness.com.
Yes.
Check that out. It's a great, resourceful website. And if you're not familiar with the clinic, go to the website. Get familiar with the clinic. You know Dr. Joel Klein that comes in there? Well, he's part of Ventana. And people line up to talk to him when he comes in. He's a hoot. I don't know where you found him, but he's a character.
I know.
All right, let's go to the
great.
phones and see if we can get some answers here. Hi, Charlie. What's on your mind?
2 things. One, what is the recommended amount of water to have a day? And would she perhaps comment on non-GMO foods?
Yes.
I'll take it off the air.
All right, thanks, Charlie.
Yes, recommended amount of water. You should shoot for about 8 glasses of water a day, 8-ounce glasses of water a day. If you're larger, if you're heavier, you need more than that. If you're lighter than that, you still should be shooting for about 8 glasses of water a day. There's all different formulas on how much water you should have, but for the most part, I would shoot for 8 glasses of water a day. The non-GMO foods is an excellent way to go. Anything that is engineered food, so foods right from your ground. If you can start a garden this summer, right now is the time to do it. Get your own herbs going, get your own vegetables going, and start eating from the ground. Going to the growers market, some of our local growers. Those are the things that we should be doing, because those are the foods that are the highest in the vitamins and nutrients that we need for our liver.
All right. Hi, Paula. You want to know about rosemary tea?
Yes, I stayed with a family from France for a while, and the woman was a healthcare provider, and she told me that just taking a 2 to 3 inch sprig of fresh rosemary and steeping it in boiling water was a liver cleanse, and I actually have grown to really like it, but I've not heard anybody else say that. I was wanting to ask, but you knew.
Rosemary is wonderful for getting your brain to work. So if you, this would be a wonderful thing for your kids to do before they go to school in the morning, is have them smell rosemary. If you have rosemary outside, grab a little twig of it, bring it in, have your kids smell it, because it's wonderful for opening up the brain. So it's really good for memory and concentration. Rosemary has not really been shown to be a liver tonic. More dandelion root, turmeric is another one that's great for the liver tonic as far as the herbs go. So, but rosemary is wonderful for opening up the brain. But I'm sure it's not a bad thing for your liver. It's just not really one of the main listed liver tonics.
All right, let's go to, hi, Debbie. What's your question?
Hi, I had two questions. Do chia seeds do the same thing as flaxseed? And also, you said no sweetener in the lemon and hot water, but what about stevia?
Yes, a good comment. You can put stevia in, but again, that's just one more thing for the liver to have to detoxify. So if you can do it without, because the whole goal for the liver is to make it as sour as possible. So just having the liver, just having the lemon juice alone in warm water would be best. If you have to start out sort of getting used to it, putting a little stevia drops in it, that would be fine. I forget what the other question was.
The chia seeds.
Maybe I need some rosemary.
Oh, no.
The chia
Chia seeds versus flax.
The chia seeds would be fine to substitute for the flax seeds. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. Hi, Karen. What's going on with... Oh, you want to know about apple cider vinegar?
Yes.
Yeah, the organic, the raw and filtered apple cider vinegar with the mother, could you use that in place of the vinegar?
Yes,
the
absolutely.
lemon?
And I'm glad you brought that up because that was not on my list of things to talk about this morning, but 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in warm water a day is also an excellent, excellent liver tonic. So you could have that during the day if you put that in your water. Again, that's one of those things you have to get used to, the taste of it over time and the smell of it over time. But yes, the organic apple cider vinegar is excellent for the liver.
Okay, very good. And could I ask one more question?
Sure,
Yes.
go ahead, quick.
Okay, I have lupus and fibromyalgia. Now, I do the turmeric and I do the flax and I do eating organic and all that kind of stuff, but none of that seems to be helping the pain. I mean, I have tender points like every square inch on my legs.
Well,
Is there anything else I can be doing?
In relationship to the fibromyalgia and the chronic fatigue, it is imperative that you get your hormone levels checked and balanced. My experience has been over 20 years now of dealing with patients that have chronic pain, that so many times their levels of T3, which is one of the active thyroid hormones in our body, is low.
I have all that done because I don't have a liver, I don't have a thyroid because my autoimmune disorder destroyed that, so I had to have it removed.
So optimizing the T3 level is going to be very important for you.
Yeah, so I have all that checked. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Let me check in quickly. Hi, Shelley. What's going on?
Well, I was listening this morning, but I didn't get the amount of water to mix with the lemon juice.
Oh,
what's that?
The amount of water versus lemon juice.
Yes, 1 squeezed whole lemon in warm water every morning.
How much water?
4 to 6 ounces. You can have as much water as you want in the morning, but just mix it up in 4 to 6 ounces is plenty.
All right, there you go. All right, Nisha's with us, Ventana Wellness, and again, that's ventanawellness.com, and it's a great resource, the website as well as our clinic. And we're talking about cleaning your liver. Before we run out of time, we got a few minutes left, but we got 4 to 6 ounces of warm water with a fully squeezed lemon in it.
Yes.
That's where you start. You do that once a day.
Yes. 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed a day, especially if you're having any kind of hormone problems, fatigue, hot flushes, despite being on treatment. This is also good if you're on a lot of medications, which so many people are, Perry. They're on too many medications, and that is the job of the liver to have to absorb, metabolize, and excrete anything that you're not using. So acetaminophen is one of the worst things for the liver, so go easy on the acetaminophen. And also, like I said, if you are on many different medications, think about adding some of these things, 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, not eating 3 hours before you go to bed so that you can get your liver completely done with its job so that you can heal and restore during your sleep.
And how long are we going to drink this lemon water?
Every day for the rest of your life, till you take your last breath. You'll be 90 squeezing that lemon in the morning. Every day.
Okay, Mabel. Hi, Kathy. What's your question?
Nisha, I have serious and difficult chronic pain problems, and I've discovered L-glutamine has been an enormous help. How would that be affecting my liver? I just had to have a lumbar spinal injection yesterday for it, and I've been having to take too much Tylenol because I'm drug intolerant or allergic to everything else, so I'm concerned.
Yes. I would recommend that you do some of the things that we're talking about here, giving your liver support every day, taking a good multivitamin. Alpha lipoic acid is another supplement that can be excellent for the liver. Turmeric is another supplement that I think.
I take that.
Okay, good. And then just doing some of the other things that we talked about, I think could be very helpful. Now, there are more aggressive liver cleanses that you may want to think about going on if you're on acetaminophen on a regular basis, which is very, very hard on the liver.
Yeah, but it's the only pain medication that has worked for me.
Absolutely, but I would still say supporting your liver, given the fact that you have to use that, or any type of chronic use of pain medication, which so many people are on today, that you should still support your liver, because your liver will become more and more sluggish with age, and you have to support it because it needs to do its job to keep you healthy.
All right, I'm going to come back to Liver C.
Yes.
Is that a supplement just through your clinic? Or?
Yes. Liver C is a supplement that I've used in my office for many, many years now. It's one of the only supplements that has the right combination of herbs and vitamins in order to support the liver, and I can actually change liver enzymes. If somebody has elevated liver enzymes, I'll put them on this supplement for several months, retest them again, and it will be completely normal. Also, if the hormones are not normal, and despite our efforts in the office to get them balanced, we'll put them on Liver C, and it's amazing how men's estrogen levels go down. Men do not need a lot of estrogen. So
No kidding.
bringing that estrogen down, or if women are out of balance with their hormones, adding Liver C can be very helpful, because what it does is it helps your liver eliminate any excessive estrogen, progesterone, testosterone that you really don't need. Primarily for women, it's estrogen, and men also.
Now, have you ever recommended a full body flush?
Yes.
I know that can be dangerous.
Yes.
And it needs to be monitored.
Right. We do use it's called a whole body cleanse in our office, and it's a 2-week program where it's very clean eating, where we actually take out all the toxins and the artificial ingredients, and then we put them on supplements for 2 weeks, and it works great. So sometimes you do need to do something more aggressive, but give your body a break. I think giving your body a break with not eating big meals, eating very small meals that your liver can do not so much work with every single meal, and try again that Monday through Friday thing, or 5 days a week where you're eating very clean, and just giving your body a break. I don't think we really think about our body that way. We just kind of take it for granted that it's going to do its job. But go easy on the liver. It's got a lot to do. 500 functions.
500 functions. All right. Well, that is a lot of work for one little organ.
Yes,
and you got to
it
take care
is.
of it because you only have one of those.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
you can't live without
How
it.
does this tie into the function of the kidneys then?
Well, the kidneys and the liver, the kidneys are also detoxifier, and we should talk about how to improve your kidney function at some point also. But just as important as the liver are the kidneys.
All right. VentanaWellness.com, that's the website, and that'll direct you to the clinic as well. And there's a lot of resources there. And if you need to have your hormones checked, she's the lady. Well, she's one of the people in her clinic. And 46 ounces of warm water with a fully squeezed lemon in it. And if you want to mix in some ground flaxseed, you can put that in there, and away you go.
Just make sure and check your teeth before you go to work with those ground flax seeds. It's not super attractive. Get them out of your teeth.
So is that better than the oil?
Yes, the ground flaxseed has the fiber in it, so
Okay.
it's better than the oil. The oil is still good because it's the omega-3 fatty acids, but the ground up flaxseed's better because of the fiber.
All right, great. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll wrap
Have a
that.
great day.
You too.